night here in Sacramento, California. The Kings poison 32. That equates to a different starting lineup still showing up. Cheering on the Kings tonight. And out to Plowden. Run get action, and now a screen for DeRozan. It's blown up by Grimes. Plowden, plan B, got the floater to go.
Really nice read there by the two young. Really make him have to work for it. In the meantime, you got to read what the defense gives you and be aggressive, getting your bucket.
76ers coming off a blowout loss in Denver a couple of nights ago, and Justin Edwards knocks down the long one. The game got away from the 76ers early a couple of nights ago. They were down 30 at one point in the second quarter.
Listen, they're really trying to figure out what to do with all these key injuries and the suspension of George as DeMar DeRozan double team.
DeRozan with a season-low 2 points in the previous game. Only played 17 minutes. Edgecombe guarded by DeRozan. Edwards going to dial up another 3, and he's 2 for 2.
And he really is the one guy that does a good job knocking down the 3. He's only made 50 of them coming into tonight's game. So not a high volume 3-point shooter, but I was talking about the adjustments. That's where you got to make the adjustment now.
Great seal by Renault, and gets the lesson and converted on it. Here's Barlow. Another 3 on the way, this time misses Kentucky. Bounce pass inside, comes back to Westbrook. 12 on the shot clock. Stares down the rookie, Edgecombe. Got caught with his hand on the reach.
Very good, very quick, but he's young, and to take advantage of what he sees in front of him. And Russ has really been doing a phenomenal job here as of late in his assist numbers in the month of March.
Sixers run pistol. Edgecombe missed the reverse layup. Barlow with the offensive putback and stop. Out to the wing. Plowden for 3. Got it. Plowden playing against his hometown. Spoke to him earlier. He's amped up for this one tonight. Grimes on the wing. They switch it. Plowden picks up. Edwards on the show and go. Spins. Pulls. That might have been partially blocked, but still. 4 starters out. Those shots belong to me tonight. And on the turnover, it'll be 76er basketball, the first one for Sacramento.
Starters out. There's going to be guys that are looking at this as an opportunity to step up and prove themselves.
Bona with a good catch in traffic. Drew the foul underneath. That's going to go against Renault. And Adem Bona will go to the free throw line for a couple of shots. Elbow injury, but back to the guy at the free throw line. Adem Bona plays with he and Rocket Center.
Oh, Alperon.
Şengün teamed up to.
Really nice young talent, and I love seeing it in the bigs, right? There's a resurgence of talented bigs right now.
How about that? Speaking of talented bigs, on cue, Maxime Renault with the bucket.
And Russ is really two-man game going here early on.
Boy, Grimes laces that midi. Westbrook in a rush, sprays it out to Plowden, made the last 3. That's 2 in a row for Daquan Plowden.
Really assists in this one, and listen, I think on several of his passes, he also had a high percentage shot for himself. But
Edwards with jelly at the
point shooter, right? He's going to get you all over the floor, and you can see him get more and more comfortable in that starting role.
Inside, it's Achua with his first look, and he converts on it. Boy, he's been playing fantastic basketball. 8 games, averaging 17 points and about 10 rebounds per.
Well, and if you go back to the post-All-Star break, I mean, 14 games ago have been just absolutely phenomenal. A skyrocket in just about every category.
DeRozan draws 2 out to a wide-open Westbrook. Lines up the seams on the ball, but Grimes with the in-and-out dribble, elevates and cashes in.
And it's not very often you see someone get by him with his handle. Nice handle there by Grimes, and Daquan gonna have to make the adjustment next time down the floor.
Sacramento running against split cut action. Here's Renault to Westbrook. Nice cut on the baseline by Achua. Like I always say, he always itches where it's getting plays and making plays without a play called for him. And VJ Edgecombe with his first 3 ball.
Yeah, he really has a phenomenal rookie season. And I mean, when you come out of the gate with 34 points, is Max Renault getting all the way to the rim.
From the field so far. Barlow. Edwards again and again and again. Doug Christie make one of the two all-rookie teams.
Absolutely.
I am picketing and marching in front of the NBA offices downtown in New York. Westbrook, maybe he'll join me because he's the one doing it himself.
He certainly is responsible for a lot of Max's success here, and especially, you know, over the last month or so when they have really dialed in that two-man game.
Barlow with the go screen to get the switch. Cross court, Edgecombe wide open, made the last one. That's 2 in a row.
And I'm thinking 5 of 6 from deep. This isn't a Philly team that relies heavily on that three, but they are knocking them down early.
Westbrook snakes the screen, touches paint. Cardwell couldn't make the catch. He came into the ball game during the break and off the turnover. Sixer basketball just the second. Edgecombe inside. Barlow on the dunker spot. Out to Edwards. He's not shy tonight. This time off.
Malik Monk back and available. He's missed the last handful of games out with an injury.
Westbrook, that time it comes off. Quentin Grimes. Grimes from 3. Edgecombe with the offensive rebound. Grimes lays it home on the second attempt.
And
Sacramento finding itself down 10 early.
That is an area where the Kings are. They out-rebounded them 15-2 on the offensive glass. A 24-0 advantage in second chance points.
Tough to win like that. Here's DeRozan against Edwards. Shot clock below 10. Renault with the 3. Got it. So, Katie, we're going to get a double big lineup, right, with both Cardwell and Renault, and there's the beauty of it. Renault is able to stretch the floor.
And, you know, it's the double big lineup. It's kind of cycled out to work really, really hard on just becoming more comfortable and efficient.
Andre Drummond just checked into the ball game, converts at the rim. Monk back quickly at the other end. Sacramento down by 9. Monk up for Cardwell, who turned up the base real quick.
We've been talking so much about between Russ and Max Renault. But let me tell you, Malik Monk can get in that two-man game.
Very good distributor. Chua sets the drag screen for Hayes. I'll tell you what, this 76er defense, Katie, is pressed out pretty far. They're doing a nice job out there so far. That's going to be a foul, putting Chua at the free throw line right now.
Well, and listen, those numbers are fantastic, but he's also shooting nearly 39% from 3, and he's been taking
that well without having plays called for him. Low maintenance, that's a gift. Edgecombe, good defense by Hayes inside Drummond, and he walked with it, or not.
No, they're going to call Dylan Cardwell, I think, for the reach on that. Quick hands by Dylan. But I'm curious to see the replay if we might have a challenge after this.
2:54 to go in the first quarter.
In a quarter, this is, like we said, not a team that relies too heavily on the three-point shot. So you've got to apply that pressure, take them out of that comfort zone, and make them do something different here in the second.
Interesting cover for Renault here against the veteran Drummond. Got him in the air, but the jump hook comes off. They get the stop.
Is a grown-sized man times 2. So that is quite a matchup for both Cardwell and...
Here's Watford, erstwhile of the Portland Trailblazers. That's going to be a foul on Malik Monk. And that'll put Watford at the free throw line. During the break with the Toronto Raptors, two of them spent a lot of years together in Toronto. And Lowry tells me about the night to a Bojangles to get a burger and fries, and then came back to their room, watched basketball for a couple hours, and had a push-up contest.
Oh my goodness.
Sounds like a real guy.
For sure. You know, it's crazy. Kyle Lowry, this is his 20th season.
Yes.
And this is only game number 12 for him this year. But obviously the relationship with Nick Nurse, his team in Toronto, he's a phenomenal. These young players like Maxey and, of course, Edgecombe for the 76ers.
Yeah, he's having the same impact Rosen is having beneficially for the young Kings. Hayes steps back for 3. Left that short. He'll pull it back out. Grimes. Good defense by Hayes. And it comes on Chua. On the bounce. Lowry switches onto him. One more into the corner. Monk drives the closeout. Inside for Renault off glass. Great pristine passing by the Kings.
Kick it on, snap drive, get into the paint. Nice dish there to Max.
Chua switches on to Payne. Any other world, that might be a mismatch, not with Achua. Drummond flashes to the free throw line, and that's going to be a foul against Hayes. Katie, I know you appreciate that kind of entry pass from big to big.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Killian.
Watford knocked away nicely by Achua. Adroit handiwork by that guy. Cross court to Monk. One more. That's the right guy for the job. Doug McDermott laces the three.
Doug, he's coming off his second highest scoring game of the season, the last one out. Certainly did his work from beyond the arc. 4 of 8 from deep in the last one.
That one off the mark. You heard Achua's Monk bouncing across midcourt. Catch and shoot for Renault. That's another 3 ball for Maxime Renault. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Already with 14 points, nothing sprint.
Well, and both teams shooting the mess out of the three. 7 of 12 for the Kings, 7 of 14 for the Philadelphia
Sixers. Hayes spins, steps back, got it. He's been seeing the basketball go through the rim a little bit more frequent.
Over the last couple, as soon as the Kings signed him to that 2-year deal, you get the whistle right there. Kyle Lowry. Upset. I think that's what you call upset.
A clothesline. Off the screen, McDermott into Renault. There's that little soft jump hook. Didn't fall that time. And rebounding champion, Cameron Payne in the front court. Gets it back from Watford. Inside pass, never made it. With the Malik bump. In flight, Malik drew the hit from Watford. He'll get 2 free throws.
That was really, really nice defense by Killian Hayes, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to force the switch and allow Monk. Great anticipation by Killian.
Great to see Malik back tonight. Missed the previous game with a right ankle sprain. Born and raised in Central, today only at Pizza Guy.
Just, you know, spice to
jalapeno,
it, right?
baby, jalapeno. Jalapeno. Muy caliente. Out to the wing from 3, Watford. Off the mark, a couple of subs coming in for Nick Nurse. Hayes surveys the court. McDermott the trailer, that's a good trailer.
Listen, don't leave him wide open with a step-up 3 off the bench, enjoying that. And the Kings on a 15-2 run over the last 3 minutes.
The team at third for 3 for 3. Grimes with the stare down 3, crumbs off. And Renault lead here. Monk off the drag screen by Renault. And draws the foul from Drummond.
Look at.
Great insight there. Monk around the screen. Hayes shakes out of the corner and draws the foul on the drive. And that's going to be the 3rd team foul against the 76ers. Hayes will go to the free throw line a month ago and had a team-high 16 points in Denver a couple nights ago.
They have not backed off. They've continued to work to do the right things to play. And it's
like that right there.
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes you just got to put your hard hat on.
Yep. Nice pocket pass at Chua. Couldn't knock it home. Knocked out of bounds. Off the wide action, Grimes goes quickly and draws the foul on Killian Hayes. That's going to be the 3rd team foul against Sacramento. 3rd on Hayes as well. Second news is that we got a couple of potential Hall of Famers as
team had 54 different starting lineups, so it could always be worse. I guess I'm trying to see the bright side.
Beauchamp. Inside hits Renault. Left that one on the front rim.
The second miss tonight, 2 straight misses.
Oh, Renault put it. That was Doug McDermott. That was Doug McDermott. Malik. The airborne freak that time missed the dunk. Barlow in transition. And back we come the other way. Let it go. Achua adding to it, got blocked but fouled and crashes into the stanchion.
I'm sorry, but I think
grab your breath.
First of all,
Achua meanwhile at the free throw line. Christie. Played initially with sprays it out to the wing. Edwards pulls up with the midi. Tipped up by Barlow, no good. Achua and Renault wrestle for it. Bona says, I'll take it, but he lost it out of bounds.
Here in the first half from him.
Off the away action, Bunk pulls it back out against Edwards. McDermott closely guarded by Grimes right now. He's already made 3 threes.
Among active players in three-point field goal percentage.
Top of the scout when it comes to hot players.
Well, and sometimes the scouting report is going to smack you right in the mouth as a reminder, and I think that is what Doug McDermott has.
3-level score for the 76ers. Westbrook sprays it out to Achua. He's been knocking down threes. That one comes off. Westbrook with the steal. Loose ball. Who else? The ubiquitous guy who's everywhere. Achua! Wow. He went to the hole with some ferocity and drew the hit.
He creates plays.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it so many times here with the
Bona almost got upended underneath, comes out to Barlow. Barlow drives it on Renault. Nowhere to go. Barlow relocates baseline, tried to punch it, missed it, got it back. Edgecombe out top.
Frantic pace right now for the 76ers.
Boy, Grimes playing with his food. And will go to the free throw line. He was working against McDermott.
A lot of ISO ball right now. So right now they just need to shore things up on the defensive side.
Barlow out to Edwards. He got the party started for the Sixers. Now, Doug Christie starts the same 5 he did in the opening of the game. DeRozan inside Renault. Buy one, get one free. Maxime off the nice pass.
That's what we're talking about.
Passer hasn't scored yet tonight, but he does have 5 assists now after the
field goal attempt. I mean, he really has not been looking for his own shot.
Grimes around the screen. Bona gets it back, and he travels with it.
And DeMar DeRozan was on that. Immediately turned to the official.
Is on the dribble handoff action. Tween. Checks into the office. Skills to pay the bills.
Okay. I knew as soon as he started going to the tween, that was what he was going to. He will lull you to sleep.
Grimes quickly back at the other end, lethally back at the other.
Well, the 3 factored into Philly scoring big time in the first quarter. They had 7 triples in the first as Daquan Clouden getting all the way to the rim, but Kings held him to just 1 in the second quarter.
Grimes got the loose ball, sprays it out to Edwards, pierces the paint, inside through the contact for the shot. Renault with a good screen. They get the switch. Westbrook short. Renault with the follow.
We don't see those shots from Russell Westbrook very often. Kind of fallback shots, both of them short so far in this one.
Here's Barlow from the corner. Rebounded by Achua on the rake and take. Run an empty corner 2-man game. No help, so Achua knocks down the baseline jumper.
Listen, they build a wall a last handful of games, taking it the full length of the court, and right there, he sees it and then goes to the baseline. Nice knockdown shot.
A quiet yet impactful 9 points for Achua. Renault switched out onto Edgecombe, got him to pick up his dribble, but he passed it to the right guy, unfortunately.
Man, that was heavily anything else defensively to try and stop that shot. Really nice look there by Grimes.
Double team on the baseline of DeRozan, steps through. Clouden got blocked by Barlow. Out to Renault on the show and go. Westbrook, 4 on the clock, got to get busy. Pulls it. Out of bounds, that's going to be.
Yeah, they've done a great job with that 3-point shot. Now, you said 45.5%, 10 of 22. That's a big part of their offense tonight, but not traditionally.
Boy, Renault and Bono were sumo wrestling underneath, no whistle. Achua drives it hard and absorbed the hit, earning a trip to the free throw line.
What were we talking about just a moment ago about how purposeful he is? I think both of them looking at the official saying, come on, that's a foul.
No autopsy, no joy playing for Doug Christie this year. It's the first time in his NBA career that he's played for a former player.
Well, I mean, you look at a different experience, and Doug is very much a player's coach because he has been in that spot.
Quentin Grimes on a heat check. Off the pistol action. Grimes switching on to DeRozan. Mar gets doubled. Tried to hit Renault, loose ball. Got a tie up. We're gonna have a jump ball. Jump ball. Take your pick as it went to Philadelphia. Quickly to Edwards. Edgecombe out top. Drives it on Clouden. And he draws the hit. Took a rather unconventional Edgecombe at the free throw line. Played for.
Won a national title, maybe on senior year.
They blew up that DHO action. And that's going to be a foul against Philadelphia. But you know what? I'm watching.
Max has struggled a little bit throughout the course of the season, just gaining that comfort and familiarity.
Clouden drives the closeout. Nobody home in the bench. Leadership. Grimes playing with his food. Achua literally with a hand in his face. Got him to pick up his dribble.
Phenomenal.
1 on the clock for Edwards. A 9-1-1 is on point. Wow.
The defense by pressure last possession, so good. And then the Hail Mary at the buzzer, really tough to defend. But DeMar DeRozan is starting to look for him. 0 of 1 in the first half of this game. He's knocked down 2 here in the third.
Bona fouled by DeRozan. Versus Achua, though, getting it.
So hard to find your way onto a roster, and then into talk about the defensive end, I think is one thing that we don't give enough credit to for him.
He showed off his defensive acumen a moment ago. Clouden out front, off the flip action. Renault makes the catch off the elbow. Hands it off to DeRozan. Didn't have to bounce at that time. DeRozan spins, pump fake, blocked by Barlow. Edgecombe on the fly. Timeout, Sacramento. 12-point lead for the visitors.
Mudgeon, when he was, like, as a player being covered, he wanted nothing to do with anything. He was grumpy. He is like my favorite. The way he cheers and dances. Absolutely love seeing Brad Miller at games.
10-point ball game. Beauchamp off to the wing. Grimes around the Drummond screen. Cardwell switching onto him. Got a hand up on Grimes and got the stop.
Grimes here to get buckets. He is going at it.
DeRozan. Westbrook for 3 in the corner. Comes off to Grimes. Long outlet. And that's going to be a blocking foul. You must give the offensive player a step. DeRozan got to the office and punched the time clock. That's a different era. Do people punch a time clock still?
Yes, of
They
course.
do? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Don't ever get rid of that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Might be a digital.
absolutely. There is one.
DeRozan. The mini is good. DeMar is starting to cook a little bit. We've seen this movie before. He's not scoring in the opening half.
Yeah, all 10 of them coming here with 5 minutes left to go in the third.
Grimes met some resistance. Had it knocked away. One more look at DeRozan. The metronomic.
He's going to need to hit that ice bath after this game.
And I tell you, Clouden kicks that in. Doug Christie has played 9 players tonight. Beauchamp, good look from downtown, and the youngster knocks it home. Lead is up to 11 for Philadelphia.
Playing spot right now in 9th in the Eastern Conference, but it's about the health, really, because this is a dangerous, dangerous team when they are healthy.
You don't want to match up with them with a healthy crew.
In a 7-game series? No, thank you.
With Embiid and Paul George and Tyrese Maxey. Edgecombe crosses on Cardwell. Dillon moving his feet, didn't matter.
Daquan Clouden, rather, a shout out right there. He was battling with Drummond down low, and he gave him the business.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul on Beauchamp. Rejects the screen. Draws 2. Cardwell out of the short roll. Clouden with a good show and go. Oh, he told Drummond too late. I thought I heard him say too late. And Precious Achua, the 5 on the floor. Oh, Westbrook finding his favorite target again. Renault, who now has 20.
Silver platter.
On the touch action. Edwards finds himself open, left that short. Look at another opportunity. Drummond was open against Renault. They didn't see him. Instead, it's Barlow. Got it to go over Renault off. Edgecombe off the in and out dribble. Good handle by the rookie. Slick finish. Wow. He's got the whole box working tonight.
Rookie. I mean, can you imagine how this kid is going to develop?
Barlow off the turnover. Edwards holds it up. Edwards steps through on the double. Missed it. Drummond got the offensive rebound. Tipped it up twice, and Achua control. Achua on the bounce. Here's Plowden, a deep three, and that's way off.
And the Kings, who were shooting over 54% from three in the first half of this game, has really struggled here in the second half.
Justin Edwards with the and one to come. That foul is going to go against Maxime Renault, who
All of these minutes he has gotten recently.
one man's injury is another man's opportunity.
Absolutely.
There's McDermott off the screen inside Renault. Two come, makes the right play to Plowden. Plowden inside, couldn't cash, but gets 2 free throws. Good ball movement, good pace in the half court. In Philly. And now a quick word from Jack in the Box. I was teasing him earlier about how negative they can be in Philadelphia sometimes. I've heard it called Negadelphia on a few occasions. Inject a little bit of life into this King squad. Beauchamp on the dribble. Edwards from deep, got it. Here's McDermott around the screen by Renault. Renault draws the foul. A couple more shots. You know, we were talking things that he's already started to improve on, Katie. You know, Max told me that he's put on.
I'm telling you, in my rookie year, I dropped weight like crazy because you go straight from one season into the next, and it's so much longer.
Pocket pass Drummond, one more. Barlow, tic-tac-toe for the bucket. To McDermott, wrong guy for them to leave open. He couldn't convert that time.
And Doug started out.
Philadelphia running it right back down their throats, and Edgecombe cashes out. 36 for the impressive rookie. I'd be hitting the transfer portal and come to Sacramento State next year. With you, Coach. That's going to be a foul against the 76ers as Cardwell made the catch. Until DHO got it back. Lobs it up. Cardwell missed the first one, got the second one. I love that two-way combo platter.
Yeah, that's the
Dylan Cardwell is back and available, but it has been really good between Precious and Max throughout the last month or so.
And speaking of big-to-big combos,
their defense is really what's got the job done here tonight.
Renault spins, fires off the window. Renault with 27 now tonight.
And coming off
games ago, but since that time has gotten his legs back and his wind and his mental acuity.
Well, and unlike Max Renault, who wasn't really a part of the rotation kind of in the first month and a half, 2 months of the season, BJ has been from day one.
Three ball good by Plowden. We got a timeout, Philadelphia. 40 pieces.
Yeah.
Right? The two of them were teammates on the
I'll tell you
Navy
what,
national team.
there's a common theme. They're not shy.
No. And neither is Edwards, who knocks down another.
And you can see he's a load on the boards. Still.
Barlow working against Renault. Boy, quick shot the big man and made that one. Tough bucket. And another Kings turnover. Edgecombe with the sidestep. Got it back and tipped in by the 6. Hayes sprays it out to the wing. Renault says, why not?
And Max Renault is 3 of 4 from downtown in this one. He's
the ball. Instead, Edwards says, I got it. Uses the self-checkout line again. High in this building was 37. Edgecombe has 38. That total. Barlow all the way to the rim and fouled by Plowden. Fritters in front of me. It is over. Keep your fingers.
I mean, but anything fried, I can get down with. So
that hot fish grease. So. Off the elbow touch action. Cardwell sets the screen. Right back to Hayes. Got a clean look. Sixers control. Edgecombe crosses over, elevates. Got fouled on the drive.
And VJ has played by far more minutes than anybody else. But tonight, just 1 of 9 from the field, but a lot of contact on that perimeter with the defense of these 76ers guards, and he has not responded.
Watford walked with the ball and take it off the board. The starter that he's got remaining right now. Cardwell hands it off to Plowden. Lobs it up and got it back. Good finish that time by Cardwell.
We weave through traffic there to find the smallest bit of a window to get that shot off. Nice looking finish.
Terry Erskine of the Chicago Bulls. Watford out to Payne, working against McDermott. Terry, no good. Sixers. Achua on the crossover. Plowden, the open man, unhesitant, but left. Lost it to Plowden. And that's going to be a clear path foul or not? 3. Utah Jazz winning tonight, so that impacting Sacramento's lottery positioning as Hayes with a predict. Cameron Payne calls fist out. See what fist out is for the Sixers. It's a Cameron Payne layup for a little floater. Tipped up his own miss. Doug McDermott with a 2 3-point line, folks.
I mean,
we've been telling you that.
He generally chooses not to,
Yeah.
but Kyle Lowry, you know, knowing his game well, chased him off that screen, made him curl into the key.
Lowry. Achua with a head of steam draws the hit. Tell you what, he's been very impactful and versatile, and 2 assists on a very efficient 11 of 17 from the field.
How Max Reno truly seems to be gaining momentum at this phase of his rookie season.
They started speaking to him for 2 minutes.
What they've learned about Max is the type of people that how to put him in a situation to be the most successful.
The reps that Renault has gotten this year because of the injuries.
Can switch 1 through 5.
They've learned a lot. Hayes on the predacious drive. Tipped out right to Doug. Shoot it, Doug. That's what he does. Left it on the front rim. Cardwell with the offensive board. Plowden with 3 to go. We started the night talking about the beauty in the struggle. Plowden knocks down a 3 to end it on a positive note. 139-118. Sacramento will do it again